example, $10, not more than that. Nobody can charge price above than that. But remember, the question says always. It's not the case of always. Then we have the choice only C, which is the presence of buyers and sellers, right? So B cannot be the answer, D cannot be the answer. Obviously, not all above are correct. So only C, the correct answer. Any confusion?
No, not for me.
Let's move. So markets can take many forms: highly organized market, less organized market. So what is highly organized market? In which buyers and sellers, they meet at specific time and place where auctioneer helps set the price, right? We talk about the agriculture market, like wheat, rice, right? The farmers, they harvest and they come to that place for a specific time period for like 15 days or 10 days, in which the auctioneer, mostly it's a government agency, who sets the price. So they are highly organized. So if you compare now the definition with the previous concept that we talk about, that it is a correct option, but it's not the case of always. If the question says a market is characterized by, then we can say that it's all of above. But the word always changes the whole scenario, right? So I am, the requirement is that I'm not, expecting from you guys to learn everything by heart, but I would require you that you learn the things on logical basis. So I'm going to be testing your concepts rather than giving you a long questions, 2 or 3 pages question. For me, it doesn't work. I think learning the concepts and application of concepts, they are really good way to test your knowledge. And then we have less organized market. So buyers and sellers don't meet it's at particular time and place, and there is no such auctioneer to call out price, and sellers and buyers are closely connected. So you can consider any other market. You can go to some outlet, buying clothes, buying shoes. You can go to the ice cream, right? So every ice cream parlor, they have different, segments of prices. Okay, you want almond ice cream, you have strawberry flavor, you have mango flavor. The prices are a little bit different, right? Even though the two shops, they are selling the same ice cream, even then prices can be different, right? Because there is no auctioneer. Only the buyer and seller, they interact with each other and they say that, okay, if the price is right, I'm going to buy. If no, then I'm always ready to leave to the next shop. That's it, right? And now we talk about the competitive, and we will be having a whole discussion on this competitive market in our coming lecture. I think right after our midterm, we'll talk about the types of markets, and one of them is competitive market. So just here, I'm just giving you a flavor. And what is competitive market? A competitive market is a market in which there are many buyers and sellers. Many buyers and sellers, so that each has negligible impact on market price. So you heard the word competitive before, right? And what does it mean? We have many buyers, we have many sellers. So when this kind of market exists, what happened? Nobody controls the price. You go to a seller and you say, okay, I want ice cream and I would only pay you $1. If the seller sets the price, say that, okay, it's $10 and you are offering me $1, okay, sorry, you may leave, right? He can refuse. And if seller says to the customer, for you, I would be selling you, the price is one ice cream, $1 an ice cream, and I would be selling you $10. You would say that, sorry, I can go to the next shop, right? So in that case, the this tension between buyers and sellers, when they interact with each other, at the end, what happened? They came up with the same price. Okay, $1. The seller will say that I can afford it, I could sell you $1. The buyer can say that, okay, seems fair, $1, he pay the $1, and that's it. So those who can offer the ice cream in this type of market at $1, they will remain, and others, they will quit the market, exit the market, right? So it's like that. So the other explanation we will talk about when we talk, specifically on this competition chapter. So the price and quantity is determined by all buyers and sellers, not by a single buyer or a seller, as product is approximately the same, right? So you can ask me, sir, he refused to sell because he's selling chocolate flavor and the other person is selling the strawberry flavor, right? So if consumer wants chocolate flavor, then he don't have any other option rather to accept from that seller and pay $10. So that's why in competition we talk about everybody's selling the same product, right? Everybody has all the flavors: chocolate, vanilla, and Oreo flavor, mango flavor. It's like that. Everyone has that one, and then we can say that, okay, then buyers has, the buyers, they have more choices, and sellers, they also have the choices to switch on different customers. They can refuse as well, right? So this type of market, we call this competitive market. So if we talk about the characteristics, so characteristics are products are the same, like I told you, and there are many buyers and many sellers, so no one controls the price, no one influences the price. In that case, if nobody influences the price, then both parties become price taker, right? Who determines the price? Nobody. It is the interaction between one another. And we are in equilibrium. How we are in equilibrium? Today we'll talk about one part through demand, and next lecture we'll talk about how these prices, they come up with how they come up with this $1 ice cream price. What are the mechanisms? Then we talk about over there. So an example of this perfect competition is wheat market. Everybody is selling, farmer, they harvest the wheat, they come to a point and selling their wheat, and everybody is selling the wheat, and there is no difference between, wheat color and wheat stuff, and then you can choose that, okay, I want to buy this one. But if the price is not right, the seller can refuse. And if buyers pressurize the seller can say that, okay, I may not sell you this wheat. Okay? Why? Because there are many sellers, many buyers, and product is the same or identical. Any question? Okay. Yes.
I said no question.
Okay. So the other end of this competition is called monopoly, in which only one seller, many buyer. Right? For example, the subway or the railway, right? Or electricity, provider in your area. For example, we have if you're in Shanghai, the Shanghai Electric Company, right? Or in your own area, or the water supply company, not the mineral, the bottled water, the supply company who supply waters or pumps water in your houses. We have only one company. So in that case, we'll talk about its complete analysis on a separate lecture. Similarly, we have the rest of the categories. We have oligopoly, we have monopolistic competition. So every types of market, we have whole discussion on that one. Monopoly, competition, oligopoly, monopolistic competition. If you right now you don't understand right now, so don't worry about that. It's not a rocket science here. But right now, this is not a requirement since these are like explained in this chapter. So book chapter, so I'm just giving you a touch here. So don't waste more time here. Just read that. If you cannot digest that one, then just leave that one right now. Because we will be having, extended discussion on these topics. Okay, now let's officially talk about the market force of demand. First of all, we talk about demand, and then we talk about the market demand. Okay, so let's first understand demand. So quantity demanded is the amount of a good that buyers are willing and able to purchase. We call this quantity demanded, or in terms of quantity, demanded can be explained. So if you pay close attention here, so the demand, it stresses on two words: willingness and ability. And that's amazing. So my willingness is that, oh, I want to buy a private jet for myself. That is my wish. That is my ability. That is my willingness, right? I want to buy. Yes, I want to buy. But do I have the ability? Do I have that much money? No. Does that mean it's demand? Definitely no. Right? Okay. For example, I have $1 billion and the private jet is $300 million. Can I afford it? I have that ability? Yes. But do I require it? No. I'm a more sports bike lover or sports car lover. I would like to purchase Ferrari, Lamborghini, Volkswagen, and Ducati for my racing experience. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Yeah. Right? So I don't show willingness. That is also not demand. So many people, they confuse that, okay, if we say, offer this product, so everyone wants to buy.